Hey everybody, this is Disgruntled Veteran. Happy to come back and make another video after a long absence. So I've played a whole bunch of really fun games, but this one I just finished not long ago. Recently, I was on the vent page about it, and it was a fun one. So I just wanted to make another vid. Really cool game. I think you'll enjoy it. So I am free player, and I am playing Sanya Kolodnya, maybe. That's a butchered attempt at it. Um, a new player on the track, apparently. It was just they posted, so I responded. We set it up. He wanted free player to have 2 tokens and then just random roll to get it. So I got free player. I was happy to take it. Got Red Arrow and Athalas. And let's see. I am ready to go. So starting off, an eye heavy approach. And I've got no chance of crowning Aragorn turn 1. So looking at this, he's not going to have Sauron. He can't hurt me if I get revealed, and I want to move at least once, so I'm going to move once. Get hit, and we draw a 3. Perfect beginning. All right, Gandalf's dead. Perfect. What does he do? Move Sauron to war. Okay. Start by bringing the elves. Yeah, that first move comes down from Gundabad. Not really sure about that one. And Isengard moves out. Okay, so I put the north down 1. I don't think he would attack Karak, but if he does, cool, I'll be at war. I can start mustering. He is bringing dudes down there. Okay, cool. Put the elves 1 away. I could bring them to war, but I don't even know if I'll roll musters next turn, so we'll see what happens. Mirror of Galadriel, Farmers Rangers, good cards. I didn't get Sonya's password, so I can't go along with that one. But looking at it, if he goes eye heavy again, I'd still love to get Strider Town early. Oof, perfect roll for it with 3. So I think I weighed this one out. I could. I think I wanted to move first once and see if I got a safe move. And then move again. I could do it. Could I? So 1, 2. Ooh, I don't think I could. Even with the ring. So I think pretty sure I just move. And I'm hit. And a 0 reveal, which is okay, fine. He moves Nazgul around. I hide because I don't think I'm going to move again this turn. I think I'm going to use that Will of the West for other things, so whichever. So he brings out more reinforcements. So Sonya is playing a little bit untraditional from when a lot of players would play, which is perfectly fine, but he's definitely covering, he's going for a corruption game. So let's see what happens. Putting the threat to the elves. I bring the elves to war. And I go ahead and drop in an elite just to prepare Lorien. All right, turn 2. Pretty standard fair game. I get Ents Awake and Spirit of Mordor. So out of all these cards, I kind of struggled. Do you need 2 scouts? Sometimes it can be super useful when the shadow player's only expects you to have 1. Pretty certain I get rid of either Ents Rage. I don't want to do Mirror of Galadriel because I may not get a Will of the West and I might need one. I think I ditch Ents Rage. Yep. Okay. I'm heavy on the eyes. This is the turn to do it. Going into Mordor, or Moria, excuse me. And tons of Wills of the West. Great. Cool. So I go ahead and muster up. I go ahead and burn out the Elven regulars, and I put 1 in every place. That way, no matter where he attacks, I can send him back to casualties when they're done. Balrog of Moria is put in place. Yikes. Cool. I go ahead and move. Hit. Luckily, it's just a 1. Perfect, so I'm not getting revealed into Moria. And bear with me, turn that off. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. Do traditional moves. Still a fairly normal game. Play Faramir's Rangers. I've got 6 cards. What do? I don't want to muster any other elves because none are under threat. I only have a few left. I could put Gondor or the North closer to war. But I've got 6 cards. I don't particularly want to ditch any one of them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I could have played Power of Tom Bombadil. But I decided to muster Gondor with troops instead of politically. Saruman's in. I could have burned my last token to like delay Saruman, but I don't think that's very good strategy overall. So going into it, there and back again, Book of Miserable. I'm about positive Book of no Power of Tom Bombadil goes because I have the chance to get somebody else to war. So far everything's good, happy. I don't want to declare into Moria because I may not roll movement or I may not want to move. Who knows? This guy puts 3 more eyes, gets it. Perfect roll. Beautiful. All right. So no matter what, I've got Gandalf this turn. Move and oh, guess what? Rerolls 2 6s. Excuse me, 2R. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and eat it since I have Athelis. There's no way I'm doing a random on 2 right now. I could. I don't want to. All right. So he draws for Moria. Draws a 3. At that point, I go ahead and random. Um, even if I hit Strider, it's still okay. And another 2. Golly. So at this point, would you random again with Athelis in hands or in your hand, or would you random? I decided to go ahead and eat it because this corruption game is already ruthless. He hasn't pulled a single eye out. It's obvious he's going to throw eyes at the hunt or the fellowship the whole game. Yeah, he's going to burn out most of the base tiles. I'm going to be fighting the stack deck, so I just go ahead and eat it. I'm already looking at it. Sonya is not developing a strong attack right off the bat, so my strat is not this turn, but next turn to move once, maybe to get in Lorien, or just keep moving and get into Minas Tirith and hide this all away, right? So let's see what happens. Plays Lure of the Ring, a little worried. Draws a Hobbit, put the Hobbit in Lorien. Okay, good. At that point, had he drawn Strider, I would have just eaten the corruption and then wrote the Fellowship off. Yeah, there's no way I would lose him because then you're short stalling your military game and 6 corruption without Strider. Step 4, you're not going to dunk. Not likely anyway. So I hide just so he can't keep hitting me with anything. Witch King in. Okay, cool. I go ahead and do Gandalf. I know I want him in Fangorn. We're all good. Puts red tile in. Good for him. I pass. New power rising. Okay, so this is looking. I'm still in good shape. And here I play Athelis. Let's see what we can get. 3 1s. This is about when I went to the. Yeah, I lost. I got upset. That was so aggravating. So we've seen what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. Lure of the Ring played, 6 tiles played, and Athelis got me zilch. All right. The attack on Lorien is going. He's not going to take it with that force. That's fine by me. So Deadman of Dunharrow, Swords of Eriador. Probably get rid of Mirror of Galadriel at this point. Yep. Loads up on eyes again. I mean, at this point, what do? Look at my hands. So I got 3 Palantirs, a Army Muster, and a Will of the West. Sauron's not at war, so I can take my time with that Will of the West. I thought about just moving once and thinking if I move this one time and don't get hit, I actually get a safe move. Maybe I'll go ahead and declare in Lorien and let him start healing up. Good that I just got rid of Mirror of Galadriel for doing that. That was a short side of my strategy. I didn't see that. Anyway, moving on. Pretty sure I just pass here. He's mustering up more Nazgul. I think I cycle cards. Yep. Brings in lots of reinforcements with Rage. So at this point, I thought over a bunch of different ways. I wanted to get the captains to the Dew Line and Aragorn or Strider down to Minas Tirith, but there really was no feasible way to do both without burning a ring, and I saw no reason to. So I take Strider and a Hobbit to fold because I either had to burn a ring or go ahead and use Deadman now. I didn't want to do that, but that's okay. We all good. So Deadman, push them down there, get my 3 regs. South's not at war. I'm no rush to move Strider out of there. And at this point, I mean, it's pretty clear I've about abandoned the Fellowship. I have and I haven't, so I'm going to get 6 dice this turn. And this is a strategy as free player that you can do if you think your military is going to be strong. And right now, Lorien's well guarded, minus a really catastrophic roll on my part. Lorien's going to hold. You're kind of waiting for Shadow Player to get lazy and not allocate any eyes, not roll any eyes, and then I get 3 or 4 movement. And if everything else looks good, I'll just blitz and try to get into Minas Tirith and then camp out there. You can sometimes bring the ring game back that way. And with 2 captains, 6 corruption, God, you'd have to wait at least 3 turns to make it worthwhile, but it's potentially doable. So Strider is good, and I think I just bring Gondor down. Yep. First attack on Lorien, I do a sudden strike. He does onslaught. Probably safe not to play Fighting Uruk-hai. So cool, I get 2 hits. I think he has tons of regulars, and he's just wanting to burn them down. Gets 1 hit, I roll 2 back. And he posts 2 of them and gets 0. So very fortunate first round for me. Very fortunate. And I have 6 dice. I'm happy. So I draw another Ent card. Not really what I wanted. And Kindred, not really. That's okay. That's fine. Advantageous position is God, it's one of those cards. Just sometimes it works great. It's great against me. Another eye heavy roll. Tons of wills. I'm not really worried about Day Without Dawn, even if he has it. By not moving first, what he could get burn one of them. And at this stage of the game, even if I lost 2 to Day Without Dawn, I think I'd be okay with it because then at least I know it's gone. So I draw a strategy card. Hey, top deck Celeborn. Works multiplying again. So I already thought about it here. I was automatically looking at the elves just marching down, maybe mustering an elf in Rivendell or playing Kindred with my Palantir, mustering another one, and then maybe seizing a military victory. Not likely right now, though. Yeah, not too likely. Anyways, that card just put an end to it. So Gondor to war, and so moving, I go ahead and play Celeborn because that's kind of risky. With only 10 regulars, he was not 100% committed. But he could have attacked and then got 2 or 3 hits, and then playing Celeborn would have less effect. Either way, right now, Lorien isn't going anywhere. What does he do? So he starts mustering up Orthanc. Okay, cool. I play Red Arrow to start getting Rohan to war. He can't, even if he takes 4 dies and I have 2 scouts, even if he annihilates them, I should still be in good shape to hold up. All right, so I have started to bring this force from the Shire over. Don't know right yet what I can do with it, but who knows? What else am I going to do? I could bring the single guy over from Iron Hills, but South's not even mustered once to war. Not too worried about it. Same thing with Dalam Roth. Not worried about it. Plays another red tile. Great. Cool. That still has some value, even though right now I've probably given up on the fellowship. It still has value. It's kind of cementing in that I'm not going to be pushing the ring. All right. So Brave Stand and Confusion. So Brave Stand, yeah, I have Aragorn. That looks great, but I don't really need it. And I'm not. This looks like it's going to be a long game. And so there's a couple things to look at when you look like you're going to be fighting a long game. You have to keep an eye on your cards, probably more specifically a shadow player. But if you look, I've already outdrawn them 17 to 13 against 17-17. I don't want to pull 2 more cards out, so I'm going to ditch it. It's cool at the beginning of the game when you're in a siege and you're in a niche spot or something, but no, I don't need it. So Sonya continues to double down on the ring. I think 1 eye would have been because even if I rolled a bunch of movement against 1 eye and I got 2 or 3 safe moves. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's right. Figure it out. So, all right. I don't want 3 character movement right now. All right, so here I am. I'm thinking this is going with what I just said. It's kind of good. I brought it up. I almost kill Palantir of Orthanc here, But then I'm thinking, look, man, he's not near a military victory. This is going to be a long game. This card is going to work to my advantage. So, as a word of caution, in a race game, a Planter of Orthanc played early can be super hot, especially when you're cycling for red cards. You're trying to get red tiles in the pool. You're cycling for character cards. It's great. I changed my mind. And what do I do? Yep, I go ahead and pull the remaining characters out of the Fellowship. This should be your sign. I'm done. He plays Isildur's Bane. Okay, cool. One reveal. I think I go ahead. Oh, I can't hide. Yep, never mind. Move the north down one. Okay. He attacks Lorien. I play a Confusion to a Swarm of Bats. He gets one hit. I get two. Yep. Lorien is going nowhere. All right, so what do I do now? I bring an Elite in. Horde from the East is played. Not cool. So I go ahead and put my characters in Dale. Book of Miserable is right there. Yep. Book of Miserable. See, I'm efficiently killing cards. I could have saved it and then probably going to ditch Horn Dark. Maybe. I don't know. But this way, I have efficient cards. I'm not burning anything. Whereas he is actually efficient this turn. So he's at 4 cards as well. Quick break. He attacks Ford's Eisen. I have a Scout. It's cool. And then I'm going to use my character to move everything but one to Helm's Deep. That way, um, there's no reason not to. Because if he attacks me, even with a 2/2, if I had a 4/2, I still wouldn't field battle him because that hurts me. I'd have to get an incredible roll. Who knows? Maybe with whom. Anyways, he's not going to attack, so I'm not worried about it. Let's do. I got Mithril Coat and Last Battle. Cool. Blade of Westernness. All right, neat. So obviously, Mithril Coat right now, when you see it in this type of game, it's basically useless for the Fellowship. But this card is really hot with Lorien because I have a Hobbit in the battle. But I only have 2 rerolls. And I do have a Hobbit down here with Aragorn. So I am thinking long term, I want a heads up match and I want to slay the Witch King. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, turn 8. Let's see what we have. Still going corruption. And tons of musters. I think that's good for me this turn. That's what I want. So I muster a leader and a regular of the north. He attacks Westamnet. Okay, cool. Puts Rohan to war. Oh, he's doing that to get the mouth. Yep. Consequence of everybody being at war. I go ahead and start mobilizing Rohan. At this point, this was a mistake by him. Maybe. I think I would have attacked Edoras and at least put that one under control. And then, as long as I didn't take any bad hits, then try to take Fold out. And either force me to commit dice to coming out of Helm's Deep or I don't know. Anyways, he puts the Southrons to war. Good for him. I bring another regular for the North and Rohan. Half Orcs and Goblin Men is played. Cool. Don't think I would have played it there. Lorien without heavy reinforcement is a lost cause for the Shadow at this point. Still more mustering. King is revealed. More mustering. So I go ahead and move my Aragorn and this little force to Osgiliath. That's cool. Mouth of Sauron is in, and I go ahead and empty out Minas Tirith. So I have a striking force. Unfortunately, every stronghold within my immediate range is heavily guarded. So I think I'm not sure what my overall plan is, other than I want to wound them pretty badly at Osgiliath and then have the option to retreat wherever I want. So it's turn 8. Shadow has no victory points. Pelargir could easily fall. That's about it. So if I had to give up Minas Tirith to get an objective somewhere else, that's fine. Oh, he is itching for a fight now. Cool. I didn't even look. I killed Kindred of Glorfindel to get Círdan ships and Bilbo's Song. Bilbo's song. Okay, cool. Whatever. So I pass. He plays foul thing, gets a hit. I hide because I don't think it's likely. I have lost a game with a free player military victory attempt where they corrupted out Gollum. Situation just like this. It was Loam, but they corrupted the bastard out just sitting there. Wasn't even moving. Yeah, here he goes. Orc Patrol. Finally, he hits an eye. Look at this. Hunt used. 8 tiles drawn on 4 moves. No halflets, and the first 8 tiles are all non-eyes. Finally an eye. Not that I care at this point because the fellowship's done, but I play Bilbo's song. I don't think I had anything else here to do. I had no idea what to do. I'm not going to move fellowship. I do see now I did a move that I think I should have done with that one. But basically, the main reason I played that was just to ensure that Bilbo or that Gollum was not going to get corrupted. I didn't want to lose that. I don't know. Whatever. So I put a regular in Minas Tirith and in Dol Amroth. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Isengard musters up. And I move my Greyhaven's forces out. I don't have, yeah, I do have power 2, great. Okay. So maybe if he invested in it, brings a force all the way over, then I'll play it. Not really what I'm worried about. I wished I had used that first character, though, to do this move and then move it again to Everdom to start building up an army up here. I did not. He attacks Iron Hills with 5 regulars. Cool. Gets a hit. I don't. Puts me in a tough spot. But he's not going to take Erebor because he just moved 1 dude in. I'm not sure what he's doing there. I put Power 2 Great in because I have no idea what else to use, and I don't want to use any of my cards, and I don't want to have to discard one at the end of the turn. Taxos Gileath, and I am going to play Daylight. Okay, so I've got to start looking at strategy here to win this game. My plan is I wanted to bait out a Witch King attack, but he's not doing it right now. So with an attack, a Daylight, hopefully he only gets 1, maybe 2 hits. I can skedaddle and then give me a lead jump on Dol Guldur. That's looking like my best option. Plays Words of Power and gets 1 hit. And I do not play a card. Oh, because it's the first round. Yeah, first round of Osgiliath. That's right. So I get 2 hits back. He presses, and I bolt. Cool. All right, so I'm moving Aragorn up north. Moving my little multicultural party out there. And he's chasing. Giving up on Rohan. Dangerous, but understand. Reload. So I've got Aomer and another Ent card. I think I would just rather discard the Ent cards when I'm not going to play them because I don't want to just burn one just to kill 1 or 2 guys. Then he knows that I don't have them. It's always best to keep it down. All right, so rushing towards Dol Guldur, what does he do? He puts an elite. That's fine. I think I can take that. Dol Guldur under siege. And here we go. He does the mouth ability. Did I error? So, okay, so this is a pretty pivotal moment for me. I can probably take this, but I'm expecting to probably take 3 hits, probably 4 with presses, and that's on a good roll for me to roll 6s. I've got 1 Valor, I've got a charge. Yeah, that doesn't really do much. 2 worthless Ent cards, and basically I've got Valor. That's my main combat card, so with a good roll. This is where I'm saving my daylight. This was the pivotal moment. I might have erred by not moving first. Even then, there's no real good solution. I want to get here, attack Emerald Dale, and take Moria. Leave these 2 armies to either strike south or them to strike northeast, whichever. If I move there now, he can there's a couple other options that he's got. He could have a Shadows movement card. He can move this force off. I am wanting him to attack me, play my daylight, and then when he presses, if he presses, to push out. If it were me attacking him, I would attack and not press unless I had a scouts. Or excuse me, he couldn't retreat unless they had a scout. Because whenever you're in a free player military attempt and your shadow rather than you're guarding against one, you have to be very careful when you attack. You have to look. I have played what, one scout? I've played both scouts, two of them. I played one as a card effect and then one in battle. So if you're watching that as shadow, you got to look. I have 10 cards left, 3 in hand. Anyway, enough talking. So I pass. Cool. He brings the attack. That's what I'm wanting. I play my daylight. He plays desperate battle. He's probably going to get. He rolls too many. It doesn't matter. He gets 3 hits. We have a little dispute. I get what. Um, so he played desperate battle. So I should have gotten 3. Anyways, we had a little conversation. He got 3 hits, more damage than I wanted to take for using a daylight. He brings an army over. At this point, it's still dangerous. I'm going to take Demerald Dale anyways. And if he attacks out of Lorien, which I would do if I was a shadow player at this point, I'm just going to have to retreat north. I'm really discouraged right now because I'm rolling garbage dice and not getting the setup that I need. I'm -1 on 5s, -4 on 6s. He's positive. I attack Demerald Dale, crush it, take no hits. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, that's. I don't know what cards he has, so it's hard to say. Mm. Do you use that to muster an ogre for shadow, or do you attack? You probably muster an ogre because if you do attack, I still have a strong force in Lorien. If you get wrecked, oh, that's tough. Tough call. Because if I link up with this Lorien force, yeah, that's bad news for a shadow player. So what do? I attack Moria. He musters an elite. Okay, cool. He kills my card. Fine with me. I'm glad to see it gone with only 1 dice left. And what does he do? Oh, yeah, he was playing cards and he didn't draw. And at this point, so you got to remember, Palantir Vorthank is an action. Blah, 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 blah. After you use an event action die result to play an event card, immediately draw another card. So it's not optional. So you have to be wary. He's down to 12 and 11. It's not terrible, but he's got all these Palantirs and he's got a full deck. Now, as shadow player, there comes a point you might just want to not play cards unless you're fishing right now. He could be fishing for a reinforcement. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing cards because you got to save them. What do? I attack right away without waiting to see what he does because I want to take the stronghold. So Moria, he plays Black Breath. I play Valor. I get 0 hits. Yay. And he rolls 1 back. So I stop. Very frustrated right now. I just played my main attack card and lost. Plays a ring card. Cool. Draws another one. Plays candles. Bad card. At this point, you save that for a defensive card. You put Nazgul and deflect, but he doesn't. Yeah, does nothing. Okay. Cool. I just drew Axenbow and No Quarter. 2 beautiful cards for this situation. Tons of Palantirs for him. 2 attacks. I love it. 3 attacks for me. I attack Moria, and I am going to play a. He plays Dread and Despair to mitigate 1. I get a hit, and I do what? 2 rerolls. I don't get it, so I get a second hit. Yep. And I go ahead and press because, yeah, for whatever. I get my hit. He doesn't. Moria has fallen. Cool. So it's kind of neat. Strider started off, went all the way down to Polar Gear, and now has traced all the way back up to Moria. Very happy that he is running tons of Palantirs. This is beautiful for me. And what does he do here? He moves. Okay, cool. Yeah, at this point, I hated to do it. I hated that. But um, let's see. I think he backed it away.
A wizard is never late,
I go ahead and
nor is
pull.
he early.
Yeah, the
He
wizard
arrives
out.
precisely when he
I
means to.
don't want Aragorn to get trapped in Moria with 5 regulars and two huge armies right there. I can't do it. So Moria from Dimril Dale. Oh, I asked if I could pull that. I meant that Hobbit to in here to go with Aragorn. I asked him if I could do it. It was an honest mistake. Just missed it. So, okay, that's under siege. He's fine. He's not in any danger right now of losing Gundabad or anywhere else, so he's fine. He puts an elite in it, even better. Drawing cards. I muster a elite into Bree. Tries to play Denethor's Folly. Plays Pits of Mordor. There we go. So he musters. What is he going to do here? I guess he musters up. Yeah, cool. All right. And as you can see, I am enforcing the draw rule because I am wanting him to burn out his strategy cards as fast as I can. I draw House of Stewards. Doesn't do me much good right here. Plays Corsairs of Umbar and attacks Pelargir. Yep. Gets his hit. I get one back. Okay, cool. Pelargir. Um, so at this point, he has nothing but characters left. And guess what? I have Help Unlooked For. So that's what I saw. When he moved off of me, this gives me, allows me to consolidate up here and bring my little elven guys out to attack into Moria. And now we're going to have a mega army in Moria. And he draws a card, and I play Help Unlooked For, and I am not going to play anything because nope. Nope. I'm going to ditch the Ant card one of the two next turn, so I don't care. No hits on a field battle. He rolls one back. And I press and he retreats. Probably rightfully so. He was going to take a lot more damage from that than I would. So I have a huge army in Moria. Now Moria will hold. Now we have a ball game. So Gundabad's going to be tough, but I have got all this, and then I've got this potentially too. So he's kind of in a pickle. What do you do to Shadow Player? I don't know. He plays Flocks of Krebine. In here, I kill an ant card because I don't need it. So I got Dane's Ironfoot Guard, Heroic Death. Cool. All right, so what do I get? I get 3 natural attacks. Oof, not good at all. Still waiting for Through a Day and a Night. I've got 8 cards left in the deck. What can I do? I think Moria will hold at least this round. I don't know. So I've got, let's say, if I want to maximize strength for Gundabad, army move here and army move there. That sucks. I don't have a good way to do it. So 4 attacks with the ring, right? So move, move. Man, I could move. No, I could do 1 army up here and then army up here. So yeah, this force to North Downs, this force over, and then another army to combine them, and then a character move, and then a ring to attack, but I can't close the deal. And that way, Moria has to hold. So he brings this over, field battles it down, gets me to, it's at best 2-3-3. Sits on top, and then he's got this bank here to draw reinforcements on, moves character dice, fully loaded with cards. That's a lot to gamble on. So I pass. He musters an elite in Angmar. Probably would have done something different. But that's okay. Um, I think I know in hindsight what I would have done. But anyway, I pass again. He plays Shadows Gather. Okay, what's he going to do? Okay, he brings the Witch King army up. 4 movement. 1, 2. Depends. I think he's already burned. Shadow is moving. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so I'm looking at my cards. I've got an ant card that I don't need. So I'm going to draw, hoping for day and night, and I get it. Java was nice to me. So what that does with day and night on the play now, that gives me my extra move. So I can 1 army to reinforce North Downs, move out of Rivendell. Another army to combine them. I play through a day and a night to move 1. Attack with the character and use my last Palantir with a ring to hit Gundabad. Okay, cool. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and use this muster here to, oops, what's he going to do? So he's moving out. Okay, he's emptying everything. Does he have the moves to do it? This was not efficient. Not trying to knock him. I just see he can't bring all that force to bear at once. So I use my muster to reinforce Bree. But then I look at this and I'm like, well, shit. What if he has, what does he have left in the pool? 2 ogres. I don't think he's played it. I don't know if he's played it at all. I don't know. But he has Shadows of Misty Mountains still out there. So let's say he attacks field battles, whittles me down, plays Shadows of Misty Mountains to get 2 more elites, and then attacks. He could take it. And if I'm already going to have a tough battle with Gundabad, there's a good chance if I get a bad first roll, I've got 1 brave stand to play to take the first roll out, a valor, a charge. Confusion's going to be used to move. There's no guarantee that I take it. I might have to stop. What I'm saying is go into next round, but if I do that, then he can bring this army in. So I have to take a 4-1 battle, which is going to be hard, and have this survive. He might have shadow lengthens. So after the first battle, if he takes heavy losses, bring the 3 over and whatever he can out of that, and then go at it. He's already played Grand and Urukai, so he doesn't have those. But Deadly Spells is out there, so he might get me into siege. So I changed my mind. I start looking. Would you rather have a, let's add this up, 2, 5, 3, 5, 3, 7, 6 army, which is pretty freaking spectacular, against Gundabad? Or would you rather have a, what is that? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a 6, 4, 5 army against 4 regulars. And ooh, I don't know. I have 2 companions in either battle. So here's what I come up with. Sorry, I'll try to cut this video short since time's money, right? Here's what I do. I've got 2 potential bursts of energy. I can use that army, reinforce, play through a day and a night down to Oakwood, and then that leaves me an attack and then a ring attack to on the last plant here to take Dol Guldur. Cool. And with this character dice, what I do is I move Gandalf into Moria, and that makes me a whole lot happier about Moria holding. Yeah, I like that. So, and here's the thing. Okay, so I go for Dol Guldur. Let's say it goes bad. The attack doesn't go well, and then whatever. Next round, I've got all this to move up there. I don't know. We'll see. That's what I do. I go ahead and put Gandalf into Moria. and along with the Hobbit. And I've got my Blade of Westerness, and he attacks Moria. I flip, and do I play a card? I don't play a card. That was so stupid. Oh my God, I completely forgot about Blade of Westerness right here. Let's see. Yeah, he takes Gandalf. Oh, he rolls 2 hits. Yep. Oh, yeah, we're field battling 3 hits. Sorry. And I roll. Oh, man, look at it. It doesn't matter, but I had the Witch King dead, and I totally missed that. What else would I use it for? Nothing. So I take my 3 hits. I put what? I put hits on him. He presses, and of course I'm going into siege now. So, anyways, that would have honestly at this point, what would it have done if I'd killed the Witch King? I still had to shine, and he still had 2, potentially 3 wargs. So that's no big deal. I just can't believe I forgot that in hindsight. Okay, so here we go. I muster up 6-4-5 against 4 regulars, or a 3-7-6 against 4 regulars and an elite. Ulakai is still out there, right? Or did he already play that? Hill Trolls is still out there. So he moves Nazgul to Dol Guldur to help out. Yep. Through a day and a night. What can he do? I don't know what cards. He plays Swarm of Bats here. Okay, so that was not. Hmm. I think he was hoping that Dol Guldur would hold, and that next turn it would make Gundabad a Mega Fortress. Okay, that makes sense. So I put Dol Guldur under siege, and what does he do? Oh, he plays Olokai. So look at it. Had I moved against Gundabad, he could have played it right off the bat, and got a 3-2 army, or he could have maybe gambled that I would have a pause. No, he wouldn't gamble that. So anyway, it doesn't matter. So I use a ring, and I start off with charge. He plays Cool Weather, and my glorious North Horsemen fall flat on their face. Yay. But I do get 2 hits on the first roll. That's huge to start knocking them down, get them off of 5 dice. And what did I? Oh, yeah, he killed 2 of his 3 dice. That was a great play. I luck out on that roll. I take 1 hit. So I bust him down, and from here I'm going to play Brave Stand. Probably should have led with Brave Stand, but charge I get the most effect because I would have 4 versus 3 dice this turn. Anyway, Brave Stand. He plays Black Breath. 1 hit. He gets 2 back. Yikes! I kill 2 regs. Surely I've got this. I press. Now I've got Valor. Yep. Boom. Fail. 1 hit. This is getting pretty freaking close, man. Come on. You gotta understand how stressful this game was. This game was about 3.5 hours long, and going from your fellowship just getting brutalized to everything working out the way it did. And let's see. So I play Heroic Death because he still has 2 men. So who knows? Maybe I miss and he gets 2 hits. I'll kill 1 captain to preserve my combat strength, or just why not? But I get 3 hits. Boom. So that's game. Um, Huge turnaround. Um, I didn't see the cards that Shadow Player had, so it's hard to know what they were, what was going on through Sonya's head. I know I made a couple mistakes. One, not playing Mithril Coat and Sting. That would have, had this attack failed, that would have been huge moving forward into trying to take Gundabad. The Witch King was dead, 1 less dice, combat cards, all that good stuff. So, um, yep, there's that. So, cool. I appreciate it, and thanks for watching. All right, bye.